Jackson Friend here, and we're back at the gaming table, moving on to the next box of Disney villains with Syndrome. So, we are ready to go. As soon as I shuffle these, we're coming into the home stretch, getting through. This is the last full box of villains. The only box after this is the Oogie Boogie box, which, as we all know, is just one villain. However, I did read very recently, thanks to one of my commenters out there who pointed this out to me, and thank you so much, that Ravensburger is putting out another Disney Villainous, but this time it's only 2. So we get 1 by itself, and then 2 in another box. Why they couldn't put them together is anyone's guess. Who knows? I have an idea. But we won't go there. Draw your own conclusions. Alright, so as you can see with Syndrome, he has these 3 special cards here, the omnidroids. And if you've seen the movie, you know what they're about, you know what they do. So we just have to okay, so we're just going to make sure everything is going. I've got everything else set up properly. And while you're waiting for the thing to start, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down there. Ring the bell so you can see when all new episodes come out. Really helps out my channel a lot. And hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully you can see how I won't say simple, but attainable, that's a good word, it is to be able to play these games. And you know, a lot of people, some people I come across is like, oh, I don't really do that, it's too difficult, and you know, some games, yes, they are very difficult. This, not so much. You just gotta dive in and do it. Okay, so we do not need these 2 droids, so I'm gonna move them to the side. We only need the omnidroid, and he goes right here. Okay, and I can use him to vanquish heroes. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to, because that's how I get rid of him, and I can get to the next droid. So I just have to remember, I always forget to do the actions that it says when you vanquish, or you use them to vanquish, you have to do something. So, okay. So here we go. Now, Syndrome has quite a few conditions, as we're about to see in one of these. So, and we're about to do this one too, because this is the best, probably one of the best conditions in the entire game, if not definitely in this box, and definitely for him. Alright, and then we have a few cards to play here, some allies. We'll see if we want to play those or not. I'm going to try to do this where I can see everything, because, you know, these, we're going to have stuff out a lot. Why don't we just go ahead and get started with Metroville, gain 3. And since I gain power, that activates this condition, which I'll hold on to and use between turns. Oh, it's turn 1, by the way. Oh, my iPad's not making sound. Make sound, iPad. There we go. Soothes me. Okay, so 15 years later, we're gonna do that. Or, as it should be said, 15 years later. So we did that. Okay, so I mean, both of these, all these allies are pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and discard them all. They're all pretty good. As a matter of fact, I really wanted to play this one just so I could say security. But there, I said it. Okay, so this is the only card in my hand right now. And 1, 2, 3. The only reason I'm trying to get rid of them is because I want those special modifications, and I'm about to do this. Now, if I didn't have that, I probably would have played one or two of them. All right, there's another thing, but I'll probably get rid of that. We'll see. Well, what's funny is you have to discard to activate it, so it may work out just fine. Anyway, all right. So before we start turn 2, I'm going to use this condition. And I'm going to reveal fake cards until I reveal a hero. There's a hero. I need a hero. And something else, I don't know the words. Okay, so I'm gonna play, I get to play that hero wherever I want. I'm gonna put him there, obviously. And it's a shame it's Jack Jack, because I enjoy Jack Jack. But, anyway, he is also supposed to get -2, which actually puts him at -1. But we're going to put these lovely little strength tokens on him that this box came with, which is lovely. So he's at -1 strength, so he's going to be pretty easy to destroy. So this is turn 2, and we're going to go... We're going to go ahead and go over here so I can go ahead and gain a little bit of power. And we're going to use the omnidroid to vanquish poor little Jack Jack. Goodbye. Sorry, baby. And this omnidroid goes away, and I have to shuffle my discard pile back into my villain deck. Not that I had much of one to begin with, but I did have, you know, those Velocipods and security in there. So it's nice to get them back out. That's another reason why you can go and discard things at the beginning like that, because if you're about to use the first omnidroid, you can just go ahead and get everything back into play. The only downside is that those modifications that I need may have been right there at the top of the deck, and now I'm probably shuffling them to the very bottom, which, knowing my luck, probably what's happening. So, also, I'm trying out a new lighting angles. I mean, it's the same lights, the same intensity, just different angles for them. So I'm hoping that it won't wash out. I've noticed in a couple of my videos, the lights wash out a lot of the board, and I have to go in and post and try to reduce that, and even then it's not that great. So hopefully, it looked pretty good on my Skycam before I started, so we'll see if it sticks. And I also put my microphone in a different location, so if I sound a little different, I'm just trying new things, see if I can make some improvements. Always trying to learn. It may blow up in my face, and I'll never do it again. All right, so we are still in turn 2 because all I've done is vanquish and gain power. I can play a card, and no, I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna get rid of those guards because I don't really like them. All right, but it's the end of turn 2. We've already gotten rid of one omnidroid, so Phaetors are probably not happy. Oh, well, this came out at the wrong time. So there are no allies or items to get rid of. See, this is why you don't want to play allies too much, because then that can happen. But Elastigirl's good, although she can discard an ally, but there aren't any. But we'll go ahead and cover up some actions. So we're gonna go ahead and cover up the cover. Well, be good to cover up that fate action, but I know a lot of people, that's the first thing I like to cover up. I do, just depends on if if the villain I'm playing is the fate deck going to murder me too much, then I'll cover up their fate action. If not, I usually cover up something else. Gaining power is... well, we'll just do that. Okay. I'm just trying to think, if I was fading Syndrome, what would I do right now? And I think that's exactly what I would do in this situation. Alright, so we're going to go on to turn 3. And we're going to go back over here to Metroville. And we're going to gain 3 power. If I can grab 3 tokens. There we go. 3 power. And we're going to... wait. I should have drawn back up to 4. Because I didn't, okay. Okay, so now, oh, security! So, I'm gonna go ahead and discard the guards. And since I discarded, I can do this, which I'll do between turns. And since I discarded 2 cards, I'll be able to draw 2 cards. And So that'll happen after I drop to 4. Then I'll play that card and then draw 2 cards from there. So that's how we'll do that condition. All right, and I can play a card. So for 1, I'm gonna play Sakardi, and we'll just do that. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, we'll do that since that's where an ally, or since that's where a hero is. All right, so we're gonna draw back up to 4. There's nothing else I want to do there. No. Turn 4. But before we start turn 4, there's my hand. We're gonna play this condition, not a sidekick, and that means I discarded 2 cards, so I gained 2 cards. So that's good. And oh, okay, this might be interesting. Okay, so we have not a sidekick again, and yeah, we're gonna have to discard some of these. But since I have some power, we might as well make the most of it. Let's go ahead and head over to. I can't vanquish there, so let's go ahead and head. Whoops. Back over here. I know, Diego. So we're gonna gain 1. And we're going to play for 3. Oh, this might be a waste, but we're gonna do it anyway. For 3, we're gonna put this -2 0-point energy on Elastigirl. And she can't be moved, and she has -2 now. So she's down to 2. Now I'm going to use Sakardi to vanquish her. Which means that goes, she goes, and they go. Alright. And, yeah. That's it. I did gain power, so I get to play 15. Yeah. Wait, actually, you know what? I'm not going to play that. I'm going to hang on to it. There's a reason for that, which we're about to see. Alright, I'm already have 4 cards, so turn 4 is over. We're gonna go into turn 5 as soon as I get faded. No capes! Yeah, see, this is actually the better card. No capes! Alright, so I'm gonna put that under him. That's how I usually play the card, just to remind the player who's playing Syndrome, hey, no capes! So, she should have been a hero. I don't like the fact that she's not, but I didn't make the game. People who made this game or designed this and designed all the cards obviously did not watch it closely enough to not know that she is pretty much the hero of the story, if you ask me. But what do I know? Anywho. Okay, so I'm starting my next turn, and I can't move. So, well played, Fader. Alright, so we're just gonna gain 1 power. Oh, this is turn 5. And yeah, see, I can't even discard, so actually that was a really, really good idea, whoever did that. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, wasted turn. Turn 6. Yeah, I really need to discard, so let's head over here, gain some power, and we're gonna go ahead and discard. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and discard that 15 years later, so I can use this card. Alright, so we're gonna gain, we're at the end of the turn, we're gonna draw 3, and before, oh, there we go. Before I start turn 7, we're gonna play this card, not a sidekick, and gain 3 more cards. Alright, so there's that. And now we've got a major modification, and we came across the other condition that Syndrome has. Syndrome has lots of conditions. Okay, so I can gain more power by using that. Perfect. Alright, so got a big hand here. Alright, so now we're about to be faded. Again. Uh-oh. Syndrome must reveal his hand. Well, that's stupid. That's something as a solo player you'll probably never ever play. I would never even play it as, I mean, unless I had to. It's really the only reason to play that card. It's a terrible fake card. Yeah, it's a shame that she doesn't get rid of all the whatevers, but there you go. Alright, so since gaining power does not seem to be a problem, then I'm going to cover his vanquish actions. Actually, we're going to go one step further and cover up the discard actions, because that's what he's relying on right now. That's one thing I would notice. If he's discarding a lot, I would just be like, yeah, we're just going to make that a little bit tougher. Alright, so... Anyway. Alright, so, turn 7. We're going to head over to Nomanison Island. Game 2. And for 1, we're going to play Major Modifications. We're going to immediately discard Major Modifications to bring out Omnidroid 9. Just remove 1 Major Modification from your realm to play this card at any location. When discarded as a result of blah 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 blah. Oh, then I find my remote. Okay, so there's that. That was my first card. And then from a second card for 2 power, which will also trigger that condition, which we'll do at the end of my turn. Velocipod Patrol, which we're going to put there, which covers all 3 of those areas. And that's it. That's 2 cards, and I'm going to go ahead and discard these 2, which will activate another not a sidekick. So, yeah. By the way, if you're ever playing against Syndrome, try not to discard as very much, because this really helps him cycle his deck quicker. Alright, so there's... Those 2 cards will be used here in just a moment. This is turn 7. So now we're about to do turn 8. But before we do turn 8, we're going to activate this condition, who's super now. Played a 2, so we gain the 2 power from that. And we're going to do this condition, which is I discarded 2, so I draw 2. And hopefully there are more modifications. They're not. Oh look, another condition. Okay. That could be useful to defeat 2 heroes, but I won't be able to do that this time. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to hold on to that though, because I don't want it to accidentally be X'd out. Let's go ahead and head over to... Let's go ahead and head over here. And we're going to gain 1. And for 2, we're going to play another Velocipod Patrol. So now I have all 4 locations covered by these allies. And we're going to use the Omnidroid X9 to defeat Violet. Goodbye. And this is turn 8. And we're going to find Syndrome's remote and put it into my hand. It's not in my discard pile, so it's got to be in here somewhere. There it is, near the bottom. Since I searched my deck, I have to shuffle. Now this is where Syndrome can be difficult, because when he has his remote in play, it affects where the next droid goes. And if you watched my guide, you might remember there's an easy way to remember it. I remember being very confused when I played this for the first few times. After a while, I was like, oh, now I get it. So the easiest way to remember it is that if the remote is in Syndrome's Syndrome side, his Omnidroid 10 is at the top of the board, and if the remote gets stolen, then they swap. So they're never on the same side of the board. Just keep that in mind. All right, and I'm going to hold on to that as well. Okay, because I don't want it to be stolen too much. All right. So now we're ready. Oh, well, we'll be ready for turn 9 as soon as I get faded. Oh, so that's right, you can play both. So we're going to play Mr. Incredible, and once again we're going to put him right here, stop him from discarding all the time. And he won't even be able to play cards there either, so that's good. Block as many card actions as you can. He's got several that you can do. You know, being able to, well, anyway. Okay, and then look at the top 6 Fate cards of Syndrome's deck. Return them to the top of Syndrome's Fate deck in any order. Alright, so these are all different. Alright, so I get to... Now I've got to think as a Fator, how do I want to do this? Well, we definitely want to put the force fields out. So let's put, as a Fator, this is exactly what I do. I would do teamwork at the very end. So in the last Fate action, this is what you would get. And then in the first one, yeah, I don't want to have, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How'd that happen? Okay, well, I guess I didn't draw 6. My bad. 6, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so, yeah, these two... We're gonna play these two together. I'm just thinking of Fate actions. There we go. So that way, you have a good choice each time. Alright, just make sure they kind of go in order. Put the if you have any heroes, put them on top. As far to the top as you can, because if Syndrome decides to use that 15 years later condition, he will mess up everything. Well, he's going to mess it up anyway, but at least he messes up little. Alright, so this is turn 9. We're going to head towards... let's go ahead and head towards Nomadison Island. Gain 2. And for 1, we're going to go in and put out 1 major modification. And we're going to discard this because I will not be worried about that. And then we're going to play for 4. Oh no, Diego. The containment unit. And this is not an attachment. So he can still gain the stuff back. However, he currently loses 3, 6 strength. Take that, Craig T. Nelson. Actually, I have nothing against Craig T. Nelson. I think he's a great actor. He's great in Poltergeist. I saw he's pretty good in Coach. I never really watch it with regularity. My dad watched it like crazy. He was a coach, so there you go. Anyway. Okay. So I did what I needed to do. Turn 10. Alright. So I have an idea. Okay, we're going to go to Syndrome's Lair. We're going to spend 2, which will activate... Or no, we don't gain power here. Dang it. Diego. Stop that. Okay, so never mind. We're not going to go there. We're going to go here. Gain 1. So I can play 15 years later. So we're going to activate that. But for 2... I'm going to get another Velocipod Patrol, put it there, just kind of beef up my defenses a little bit. And we're going to save that, and we're going to play that, and we're going to keep this in my hand for now, although I don't know if I want to. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and... Oh, well, I can't play it because I already played another card, didn't I? Yeah, I played them, so we'll just hang on to it for now. That's okay. However, since he is 0... I do not have to waste an ally to get rid of him. So we're just going to get rid of him. Goodbye, Craig T. Nelson. Oh, wait, that's not... Go in my cauldron. There we go. Okay. So that's turn 10. And we're going to do this between the turns. Oh, gosh, another one. Alright, so there's that. And, well, actually, I get to do it twice. Alright, so... This is really going to mess up what they had in mind. Alright, so there's the first one, and we're going to put him right here. And then the second one... Oh wait, he gets -2. And then the second one, no hero, no hero, no hero, no hero, no hero. See, this is where you can kind of get messed up with that teamwork card. But it's always good to play it, so because you never know, Syndrome might not be bright enough to realize what he has to do to avoid that. Alright. So there's 15 years later, even though you don't need heroes to come out to do what you gotta do. No hero. There's a hero. Alright, and we're just gonna put her in the same spot as... What's his name? Frozone. Is that his name? Yeah. It's like a Dragon Ball Z character. Anyway. Alright, so... That's turn 10, or we're about to do... Okay, now we're about to be faded, because that's what I did. And now the other players were like really ticked and wanting revenge. Alright, so... Ha ha. Yep. I was afraid of that. That's not good. That really hurt, ladies and gentlemen. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh, I may have just stumped myself in the foot. Okay. Alright, well, damage control. Moving on to turn 11, we need to go here. And we're going to go ahead and for 0, put out Syndrome's remote just so I can have it. And we're going to discard this and gain 3. There. Not that it matters because it's probably going to be stolen many times. Alright. Here we go. Turn 12. At least that's out of the way for now. There are the other two major modifications. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to put them out there because I won't be able to. Okay. That was turn 11 I did there. This was turn 12. I gained my 3 for... Wait a minute. Yeah, I got faded while I was here. I did turn 11. Now I'm on turn 12, which means I'm going to go here. And for 1, we're going to go in and get one of these major modifications out. And I know it doesn't matter where they go, but there you go. We're going to go ahead and discard these 2. I know I've used that condition, but I want to cycle my deck again. Alright, so... because we got to get those other major modifications back quickly. Come on. Alright, so... Okay. New hand. Reshuffle deck. Oh my god, look how lucky I got, folks. I promise you. You saw me shuffle it, right? This is not a setup. Trust me. Okay, faders have no idea. Alright, we're about to be faded. Teamwork, gotta do that. There are no allies. Although, however, playing a hero now to steal that... Oh wait. Probably should have made 2 since I did that. To steal that remote is a good idea. Nah, let's do teamwork. Because this will shuffle, and put that card back into play. Which, as the Fator, I would want back into play immediately. Alright. Okay. So, we got 6 cards now. It's not in this. Alright, so... we'll do that. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. And put the heroes on top. Okay. Wait a minute. Actually, let's put dash on top. There we go. Alright. Turn 13. Let's go ahead and go here. And for 2 power, 1, 2, we're going to play all these major modifications. We're going to discard them and bring out Omnidroid version 10, which gets played immediately to Metroville, but he's up here because the remote's down there. Now, all I have to do is get rid of the heroes, and that's it. So, yeah. Or actually, I could defeat it at any time. However, I like to have it active and defeat it at the end because it's very good at getting rid of other heroes. All right. So, turn 14. Let's go Par Residence, gain 1, and for 3. We're going to play Mirage. The Mirage is play reveal cards from the top of Syndrome's deck to reveal a hero. Play that card to... I may move heroes to another locations, but I don't have to, so I'm not gonna. However, he will steal the remote. Which means the omnidroid comes down here. And she is going to vanquish... She's not going to vanquish Dash. I have a plan. She's going to vanquish Frozone. Okay. Goodbye, Mirage. Okay, so there's that. So it's just Dash and Violet now. And since I defeated a hero, at the end of my turn, I will defeat another one. So just remember that. And I can't discard, so that's all I can do there. Draw back up to 4. That was turn 14, so we have to be faded. Faders are not happy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we need as many heroes out as possible. So we're going to steal this remote. We're going to cover up that vanquish action. Okay. So, alright. However, actually, yeah. Well, let's pretend they faded me first. Well, no, I better stick with my... Hang on, let's back up a second. So, we didn't get faded yet. This is between the turns, and I have to do his super now, which means I get to defeat another hero, which actually I'm just going to defeat Violet, because again, I like the remote to be on the other side, or on my side until the very end, if possible. Okay, now I'll get faded, and that will bring up Mr. Incredible. He'll go here, as I was going to do anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But at least we did it properly, right, folks? Alright, so that's turn 14, and this is over. And now we're going to do turn 15. We're going to go over here. Is that where we want to go? Yes. Gain 3. And for 2, we're going to play an Identification Please, which is going to move the omnidroid here. No, it's going to move him here. And I'm going to go ahead and discard. No, I'm going to keep that. Let me discard that. here comes turn 16. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back over here. Gain 1. Use the omnidroid to take out Mr. Incredible. Which means I have my remote back. And then for 2, we're gonna play this Velocipod Patrol. And this activates that. So we're gonna activate that and we'll see what happens. I believe that's everything I can do. Yeah, okay. Alright, before we do turn 17, let's activate the Bioprobe, which will, since I defeated one hero, I get to defeat another one. And I could mess things up and do that, but that's just going to hinder my progress, so I don't want to do that. So, I wonder. I'm gonna not do that, but I wonder what would happen if I had. Okay, we're just gonna keep that alone for now. Alright, so yeah. So now we're gonna start before we turn 17, we have to be faded. Okay, it actually kind of worked out for me. Alright, so you actually don't want Syndrome. Actually, you do want Syndrome not to move. There we go. Perfect. Because if he moves there, it's game over, right? Turn 17. Can't move. Alright, so, well, I can gain power. I can't play any cards because they're all conditions. I could play this condition, but I really don't want to bring out any more heroes. Turn 18. Now it's over. Activate. Defeated. That's it. Alright. Boy, that got dicey there. When I had to discard those modifications, I was not pleased. That can really, but Lady Luck was with me a little bit. It saved me putting those modifications at the top there in the shuffle. So that was really, really good. Alright, so there you have it, folks. That's Syndrome. He's really not a bad villain. He's if you know how to play them, but other players don't really know how to play them, they really don't know how to stop him. So he's a good one to play. Get good with Syndrome, and that can really up your own Villainous game, which is kind of a villainous thing to do, but hence that's the name of the game, right, folks? Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Stick around. Next time we will bring out Madam Mim and have a good old-fashioned Wizard's Duel. So be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell, and until next time, this is your absent friend, signing off.